Yo.
Hey, man. What are your thoughts?
I just don't know how they do this, dude.
Yeah.
They look at Sanctifier and they go, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
That a card resolving that way is totally okay. They look at I just can't believe there's not a single Snake Eye card banned.
I can't. I legitimately cannot believe it. I can't believe there's not a single ban. Not even like a gimme ban, right? Like, I don't know, like whatever, ban like a spell from it or something, like the field spell. Like nothing.
I'm absolutely blown away. Chat, Promethean Princess wasn't gonna get banned. It's confirmed for a reprint. Please be serious. Like,
yeah, they were never banning Princess. This bullshit. I wish, dude. That'd be awesome.
I get it. I get why
I would
Prometheus
love
is
that card gone.
Strong, but like
this will affect
we're
the
literally
lights, I think.
It's literally, I think it's literally 4 more months of Snake Eye.
Yes.
How are we feeling about this, chat?
I'm devastated.
I am
devastated.
I am severely disappointed.
Okay, well, you're going to be disappointed if what you wanted out of this was Snake Eye removed from the format. Okay, I understand.
Well, I guess that's true.
Yeah.
Well,
I think there are positive things about it.
Well, but
I think there are positive.
I feel like I was in line with you, Joseph, when you said in your video, you were like, "Well, I think we need a Snake Eye Ash ban, right? Like the deck still works. That it's a hit to it. Like you can still play Snake Eyes."
I guess let's talk about the weirdest one first.
Sure.
How do we feel about the Lacrima ban?
Everybody was telling me that they were it was coping to think that there would be a Fiend Smith hit of any kind, and I knew there would be.
I mean, I think it is coping. I think this is unprecedented.
Right.
This card's been out for like
absolutely
2
surprising.
weeks.
Yeah, it's been out for like a month.
I mean, I like it. I fucking hate these cards.
No,
so I'm happy
I agree. I listen, Lacrima. Okay, Joseph, you've played a lot. Do you?
I think the Fiend Smith cards are really, really cool.
I agree.
think they are a really neat, adaptable engine that works in a lot of decks in really fun and interesting ways.
Maybe I am conflating Lacrima with all the problem cards that got hit, like Beatrice and Oppo. And I'm kind of surprised to see it banned alongside Beatrice. Like
I am. This is weird to me.
Those cards are all independently problems, for sure. And Lacrima as an enabler for that stupid fucking rank 6 for just infinite material so you can make an Apollosa, that's true. I agree with that. That's bad.
Yeah.
But I really liked getting to do the Lacrima line in a bunch of different decks. I think this card is pretty uniquely responsible for like Musket being playable. You can play this in Valmonica.
Do you think it's the burn?
Fabled. Like
it's the burn.
The reason you weren't seeing it in all these decks is because there was a deck that wielded them better in Snake Eye to get to Beatrice. I will just openly admit the burn is irritating as fuck. The burn existing is the most annoying thing ever.
100%. That is why they put this card on.
Maybe they tested Lacrima in like a live environment, which is like Nats and stuff, and they found that like hundreds of games that went to time were decided by like Lacrima. I don't know. I'm just theorizing here.
Yes, but
tested. Yeah.
No, that's true of every card.
I guess that's true. Yeah.
I
agree.
Look,
I'm gonna walk back like me being like, "Oh, Fiend Smith is so bad," or whatever.
Let's interrogate the Lacrima outside of the obvious, which is like, I hate Lacrima because I hate the Fiend Smiths.
Right.
How does removing Lacrima improve the format?
That's exactly where I'm at. That is, I'm like, what does this do? Like, because I was talking about it to my reaction. I said, if like, let me clarify my thoughts really quick. Just that I was talking about this on stream that if you can still, please correct me if I'm wrong, you can still do the Fiend Smith stuff, right? Like you can still get like the link out, you can still get like engraver, you can do like a lot of like extender stuff to like enable your own combos, right?
Sure.
That's all I'm asking. I'm like legitimately.
Fiend Smith still puts bodies on the board, yes.
Okay. No, banning Lacrima prevents you from doing the Lurie thing, which is You would Lacrima, add Fiend Smith back to your hand, activate the effect of Fiend Smith, and then get Tractus for Lurie.
Got it.
And then you'd have the material for the Fiend Smith Engrave. It does cut down on the deck's ability to make 6s and to put bodies on board. It now puts fewer bodies on board.
Yes. And also, how does Aerial Eater interact with this now?
I mean, what a good question. I mean, you can still do Aerial Eater.
What is it?
Instead, it's a different. So it's a different Garnet, but there is a different. God, what is the fucking name of the card? It's this penis ass card. Put the card in for. Yeah, chat's got it. You put the dog shit Fiend, you dump it with Eater, and then that adds back Engraver. So you can do that.
Okay.
But like, I find that less attractive. Like a lot of the sexiness of Tractus is that it could get you to DSE Ray really easily.
Right.
So so Aerial Eater so the combo now goes
Diabolica.
Engraver.
Thank you.
Engraver, pitch, add Tract, activate Tract, add Lurie, discard Lurie, summon Lurie. Link off for what's the Requiem? Activate Requiem, summon an Engraver.
Start from the beginning.
So activate. Okay, so you activate Engraver, add Tract,
right?
Activate Tract, add Lurie, discard Lurie, summon Lurie, link off for Requiem.
Right.
Requiem, summon Engraver.
Right.
Now what? Shuffle back
Requiem. You can go. Well, you can go Engraver and Graveyard to get it back, and then you go sequence into Aerial Eater, I suppose.
Yeah.
But realistically, what you're going to be doing is 2 bodies into Moon of the Closed Heaven, into Requiem, into Engraver.
Oh, right. Yeah, for sure.
And then you need either another body or Necroquip, and you do either the other body or Necroquip into sequence, and then the sequence would make the Lacrima, which would add back the Fiendsmith, which hasn't used its hand effect yet.
Okay.
That's how you would get to Tractus.
But
here you would go Aerial Eater, send Diabolica, add the Fiendsmith back, Fiendsmith for Tractus, and then like the Tractus still requires the Lurie, so you're now playing 2 1 of Garnets, 3 1 of Garnets if you consider Tractus a Garnet. It's like
what are the other 2 1 of Garnet? Oh, the Diabolica,
Lurie, and Tractus.
Okay, so does this still end? This still ends on a rank 6, right?
If you would like, yes.
So you can go like M7, right?
Well, it depends. If you're playing the Tractus, you don't want to end on a rank 6. You want to end on DSE Ray. If you're not playing Tractus, then you probably just want to end on a Caesar. And if the point of this engine now is you can make a Caesar as part of your end board, that's good. But like, are you going to devote 9 main deck slots to that?
That's fair.
Yeah, that's a lot. Sure,
I don't know.
Sure, I think,
but like at the end of the day, does this a format without Lacrima and with all these hits, is it better than a format where Lacrima is legal and all these hits exist? I don't really know if it moves the needle.
So, okay, it like marginally, by a small margin, yes, because it removes, because like any deck that played the Fiend, yes, it's solely because of the burn is why it's better. Because any deck that played Fiendsmith, look, I think it's a stupid thing too.
I agree with that. I just feel like that's a really weak consideration for breaking like decades of precedent to ban a card.
Yes, I agree. And the only difference here is that the Fiendsmith addition, like the additional stuff that the Fiendsmith cards allowed you to do in a deck was your turns took much longer than they normally would, right? Like, not only did you have the Snake Eye combos to do, you also had the Diabellstar lines you could be summoning, and then you also use those to go into Fiendsmith, which was even more time. Like, dude, I watch Nats and I watch YCS Sacramento.
No, I know. You don't have to tell me.
You played the deck. Yeah, they take forever, right? So
it's an 8-minute turn. Like, at pace.
So that just makes games go to time more, and that makes it so Dogwood is a mandatory side. So now this makes it so we don't have to play Dogwood anymore.
Sure.
Well, let's talk about Let's talk about Snakes. Came out pretty good for Snakes.
Yeah,
I can't believe it.
Like you're okay. I'm not crazy, right, Joseph? Baffled. Like I'm looking at this and I'm like, oh, Snake Eyes made it out. Like you can play.
We lived. So it makes Poopler like maybe a little bit garnety. But also it's not because normal summoning it is full combo.
Yeah.
So maybe you get caught on too many normals, but like I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, one Ash, way less consistent, one Poplar, way less repeatable, right?
Sure.
And then I'm thinking to myself, well, not really.
Yeah,
because,
because
you still have 3 wanted, 3 Diabell Star, right?
Yep.
So you're still
3 bonfire.
The 3 bonfire. The Fiend Smith stuff no longer gets you to your linear combo, and it no longer makes you an Appaloosa really early. There's an argument maybe the Fiend Smith stuff goes away, but all the Snake Eye stuff still does it. The things that change are now your OSS management is going to be really important to put the Poopler back. You won't be able to, on your opponent's turn, convert an Ash into an Ash for next turn.
Sure.
Which is big.
That's
I think we might see people play 2 Oak so that you can Oak as part of your setup combo, then search an Oak off an Ash for the follow-up, which is way worse.
Right. I mean, you can still get like Kara, right? Like, or like follow up, like to break boards and stuff.
We probably won't ever play that dog shit card.
Really?
But
no, for sure.
Well, I'm done.
But you know, this is all in the context of us getting Azaminia. So like
yes, exactly. You cannot like I'm looking at this
like
list.
It's still legal and Azaminia's coming out.
You can't look at this list and be like, cool, like Snake Eyes is weaker when Azamina is coming out. Like
right.
Yeah. It is crazy because like we were talking about it in the context of like, okay, if you hit Sinful Spoils, you can still get other Snake Eye like spells, just not Sinful Spoils. Nope. Now you can get Sinful Spoils with that Azamina spell, right? Like, it's crazy.
Yeah. So the only thing with Pure Snake is, what does Pure Snake like end on? And theoretically, like the Snake Eye cards are so busted they can end on anything.
An evolving discussion,
right?
As like as people figured out. But at present, my immediate thought is you go either back to the Ambro Whale boards.
That's what I was thinking.
Or you just go like Dias Irae Mask Flamberge. Like that's probably enough.
Yeah.
I
mean, it's
you know, actually, Chad is probably
before.
right. It's probably Dias Irae, Silohot in the EMZ, Mask in the back row, Flamberge, which is good. That's like good enough.
Yeah.
Right.
The Gimmick Puppet hits.
Crazy.
Thrilled about those. Very happy
I'm
to see them.
I'm happy about that. Yeah.
The Tenpai hits, Sangan Summon, unbelievable that they did this.
Yeah, I was surprised. I was like, oh, good.
And the Prosby hit is, as Peep said, also a Sangan hit.
I wish I knew how
Prosby's
impactful.
The best Tenpai hit.
Yeah, Prosby limit's fantastic. I'm so happy about that.
Yep. It's a Kashtira hit. It's a Flu hit. It's a Tenpai hit.
Yep.
It's. Wait, did Ritual Beast play Prosp? Ritual Beast played
every
Prosp,
deck
right?
played Prosby.
So Ritual Beast played Prosp, but they weren't happy about it, and they only ever banished 3. Like they will endure. And one of the reasons they'll endure is no Shifter hit, no Protoss hit.
Unbelievable.
No Shifter, no Protoss, no
still
Sanctifier.
Playing. Like that's the thing is the Snake Eye
Nightmare.
Poopler deck still really good, but still does lose to Shifter.
Yeah.
Just unreal. Just unreal.
Also, you know, Grassdock Screen are going to be good in Branded. You know what else is going to be good in Branded? The same shit that was good in Branded last format because they didn't stop that either.
That was my reaction to Branded Fusion Limit. That one at least I felt like I have a lot of experience on. Like,
it's still fine.
It's still fine. Master Duel has proven you can limit a ton of branded cards. It doesn't matter. The deck is incredible. Yeah. It does so much.
The Brafu is actually a branded buff. Yeah, because the players have to get better.
Yeah.
Skill Drain. Happy to see that
good.
At 1. I would have liked to have seen it at 0 because I'll still play it at 1.
Yep, I'll still play it at 1. Yep.
Me too.
You were spot on that opening, Danny. You were good.
That was smart. I had a bad feeling. Oh man, semis. There's nothing much to talk about here, right? It's just nothing.
Nothing to talk about.
Literally nothing to talk about.
Big news for
as well.
Runic Generator.
Yeah, it's very good.
Nothing on the unlimits too. It's just like so nothing.
Very funny.
So if you were to ask me what the best deck in the format is post Banlist, I mean, I think the obvious answer is Snake Eyes.
Yeah.
I don't know with what. Probably still with Fiend Smith, but you know, we'll see.
We'll see.
And I would also say Yubel got out really nicely as well. Like
it did it.
Oh my
I don't
god!
know,
Yes,
actually.
let's talk about it. It did. Legitimately.
No, opening's big, but
opening limit is
big.
Anything else. But like the only things that it kind of lost was like Oppo. And if you were playing Fiend Smith Yubel, obviously you will face the same problems as every Fiend Smith player will. So, like, I don't even know if it's fair to say that's a Yubel hit, because Yubel comes off almost scot-free. Everything is still legal except opening, which is at 1. So, like, who cares? Like, I mean, it's good. It's a consistency hit, but, like, not enough at all. So you're like for me, if I was gonna buy Yubel, like I'm ecstatic. Like Yubel is like
Yubel stock's way up,
way up, like super up.
Yeah,
they didn't even play Beatrice.
Time Seal is gonna fuck us up now. Wait, you've got the one person in chat who's like, Time Seal is so broken.
Let me introduce you to a card called Dimensional Barrier.
Good name, Dimensional Barrier.
Eradicator, by the way, not just
I guess
nowhere.
I guess limiting Spirit Gates makes it so hand trapping the Beckoning Beast normal is a lot more impactful.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
I guess that's
actually
fine. They still have Fiend Smith shit.
I guess ashing opening is more impactful now. Because if you normal the guy, it doesn't get you a second opening. Like you'd have to if you open both, but like I don't know.
It's how about that Ava limit, by the way?
Why?
Stupid.
Like fucking why?
So I don't understand. It's like they're like,
So
don't worry.
ridiculous.
I know we just printed Drytron Legacy support, so we've reprinted Ava so you all can play Drytron again. And it's like, dog, we ain't playing Ava and Drytron.
Yeah, first off, we're not playing Ava. Second, even if we did, that's the format you want us to like encourage to go back to. You want like Herald? Really? Like I don't want to play that shit again, bro. Fuck you, dude. What? 7 negates in hand? Fuck. I'm done with this shit. Like you banned it.
Big day for Memento. Rebecca's in chat. She's like,
yo,
it's the only Fiend Smith deck that literally did not get hit by this.
Yeah. No, Memento stocks up. Yubel stocks up. But I don't know.
Well, the problem is Memento is the meta deck that dies the worst to Shifter. So
yeah,
cool. Cool. So when
is that cool?
No. No, it's not.
I can't believe they put 4 cards in the banned section and said,
I can't. I was telling chat how upsetting it is to see how little cards are here. I don't even care what's hit. I'm just shocked there is like only 4.
All right, let's see who I lost to.
Did you upload?
House of Champs. Only lost to House of Champs. And he has a 3-minute list. I mean, what do you want?
Come on. Let's watch your reaction. Is this enough?
I don't even want to upload.
I do. Yes, you do.
I don't know, man.
Yes, you do.
Wait, okay, hold up. I'm looking at my subscriptions. Every single person is doing like a pog face or going it's out, except for Yasin, who is doing the DreamWorks face.
Wait, bad.
You just show this. Can you show this thumb on?
Yeah,
on,
I'm looking.
on screen.
Hold on. Yes, Yasin, right?
YACI.
Wait, no, this is 2 weeks ago. Where is it?
He just did it.
He's doing the like. What'd you just say? Did you just?
That just happened.
You better sit your ass down and listen.
So I have a question. Before Azamita, does Snake Eye still play the Fiend Smith stuff?
Good question.
I mean, can you get away with you just do pre Fiend Smith end board still, right? Like you do the rank 8.
I mean, so the big hit to the Snake Eye end board was Apo, but yeah, the thing with Fiend Smith is that Fiend Smith gets you into Snake Eye, and Snake Eye gets you into Fiend Smith, was like the power.
Right.
But now Fiend Smith cannot get you into Snake Eye.
Right.
So you might still do it because
of DSE, right?
Puts up like without Apo, it's like your only hard negate. I think at least week 1 people are gonna play it for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. There's like still a small part of me that's like, I wonder if Apo ban is really gonna hit Snake Eye that hard in order to put it in a less powerful position. And then I think about it a little bit harder and I'm like, I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe it's a cool and interesting deck now.
Sure.
I think like I feel like there's a growing sentiment of like, people are sick of it, and it sucks to not see anything like hit. But
yeah, it's just a huge detachment from the broader community landscape, which is that everybody is just so tired of Snake Eye.
Okay, I don't think that's true.
Yeah,
I think it's
okay. You're wrong, but okay. Look, everybody hates this deck, Joseph. I'm sorry. Everybody hates this fucking deck.
All right, I'm going to say something that many of you in chat are going to be very irritated about. Should I say it? No,
should I say
you all don't play Yu-Gi-Oh. A significant amount of the people who hate Snake Eye hate it in the hypothetical. They hate it as a boogeyman, a thing they've never played against in paper, but have all these like really frustrating opinions about. There is a version of Snake Eye that is fun and interesting to play against, and we were really close to getting it just now. But instead, everyone's like, the ban list is bad because it doesn't hit Snake Eye. I don't think that's why the ban list is bad. I think the ban list is bad for a number of reasons.
I think that's one reason, but whatever.
Well, when I say Snake Eyes was not hit, I don't think I'm saying it in terms of the Snake Eyes is so like so unfun and like I'm just sick of seeing it. And maybe there's a tinge of that, but I think that it's mostly just that.
I know you're not saying it. Jordan's saying it.
But yes, I hate this deck.
Okay,
I'm tired of seeing it.
Yeah, sorry. When I talk about morons who never play against this deck, I'm not talking about you, Danny. I'm talking about Jordan.
I play against it every week, Joseph. I play against this deck every fucking week. There are 3 Snake Eye Fiend Smith players at my local. Yes. I'm sorry to say this to you, but I do play the game.
I'm sorry that 3 people at your local are on a deck.
Okay, but there's 4 people at the locals.
Well, look. Yeah,
that's true.
There's 3 people on the deck, and the locals is 8 people now. Why? Because fucking Snake Eye is a thing. Like, this has been said over and over again.
But like, yeah, like I think it is disingenuous to be like, oh, like Snake Eyes is fine when like clearly people are like frustrated about the deck, right? Like I think
yes,
clearly people are frustrated for sure.
Right.
I'm not I'm not arguing that.
Right.
But I don't think the solution to this format was kill Snake Eye. And I don't think every list that fails to kill Snake Eye is a failure and every list that does kill Snake Eye is a success.
Sure. I think that maybe my big disappointment with this list is the non-acknowledgement of like everything else wrong. Right?
Yeah. Yes, I'll agree with that.
The Snake Eyes hits are decent, I think. Like it does change combo lines, but it is still Snake Eyes, right? You still have to play it.
Yeah.
And the things that are going to happen in the future become infinitely worse with this deck continuing to be legal. So it becomes very frustrating that while, yes, a world with a just kind of pure Snake Eyes, interesting, maybe like Amblo Whale type deck is not going to be the problem. It's going to be the consistent like support of the deck alongside like a shifter deck, which is Tempai, right?
Yeah.
Or if it's not Tempai, it's Ritual Beast, right? And like that's what we did not get. And lo and behold, like this, like I think like playing against Snake Eye might prove more fun, and then you get context into what happens and you're like, oh my god, wait, this is the same thing, right? Like I am experiencing the same format, which is compare hands, right? Did you draw shifter? Did you draw Snake Eye Ash?
You understand,
right?
like,
I think that's where like my disappointment comes from.
If your complaint with the format is compare hands, then what you want from this list has nothing to do with Snake Eye.
Yeah.
I disagree with that. But my point, the point I will say,
I think you'll get like better games, Jordan, from this. Like, but like, I think if we banned Shifter, it would be like infinitely better.
No, I agree. There are 2 things that I wanted to happen from this list, right? There are the 2 things where I wanted the top decks to get hit significantly, like Snake Eye and Yubel. I wanted significant hits for those. And I also wanted the tier 2 frustrating cards like Sanctifier, Shifter, all that stuff to also receive a hit. This list does neither, right? Like, I would be at least a little happy if one of those things happened, and they just didn't. Like, Shifter
it does
is
a
still
number
legal.
of things to some of them, you know?
It does. It bans Calamity and it bans Beatrice, which is
and it bans Gimmick Puppet. I will go on record and say the thing the thing I wanted where they ban a bunch of decks that are only doing okay did happen. And I'm happy that it happened.
Right.
Yeah.
The thing they didn't hit that is instrumental to a majority of those decks is
Shifter.
fucking Shifter. Yeah. Yes. And so, like, I'm upset about the lack of Shifter, but that's clearly a design principle that I disagree with Konami on. Like, they want that card to be legal.
Right.
I get it.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yep.
And let me be clear. Let me be clear.
Oh, let me be clear.
Snake Eye is probably the best deck under this. But the difference between playing against a Snake Eye that can use Fiend Smith to get into Snake Eye and set up an Apo before 5 summons, I mean, it's something.
Yeah.
It's not nothing.
Nibiru is way more impact. Like, I'm not going to say this list does absolutely nothing to Snake Eye. Like, that would just be that would be head in the sand.
It certainly does not do as much as I had hoped.
And I also agree. Like, I think, like, I'm also just so fearful of the new cards, right? Like, I'm just gonna be like, we are playing Snake Eyes for the rest of our lives. Like, it is just, I think time is huge. Like, I feel like I've been looking at Snake Eyes cards for like a full year if I count Diabel during Agov, which is fine because I liked Agov, but like that's where it starts, right? Like, that's how strong these cards have been in rotation, right? You've played against Diabel for like a full year, like a straight up full year, and you're gonna keep playing Diabel. We're gonna keep printing support for this. And I think
she's the lore archetype.
I know, but like I get it, but I don't know, like it's just even Tyr was a lore archetype. There's a ton of lore archetypes that get like hit, right? I feel like that's not, I don't know, is that good enough for it to stay legal?
Yeah, it's not in my opinion, but I don't know. It's I
guess that's my fear. I'm just like I'm gonna play this deck for. I guess I should have bought.
What's so frustrating is that in a world where Azamina was not on the horizon, I think these hits could be impactful in a way that I think matters. But like, I already don't think these hits do enough to the literal best deck in the format, and we are going to get another set that simply brings the best deck of the format back up to the power level of where it is now, where it's just, what does it do? It just gets an archetype that gives it more searchers and gives it another Omni Negate. Like, that's just what it does.
Right.
When does Rhoda come out?
41 days.
A Rage of the Abyss.
So
yes.
Cancun is before or after Rhoda?
I don't know.
Dune?
I don't remember.
Wait, what'd you say, Dune?
No, is Cancun before or after? Like, will Rhoda release be legal for Cancun? For Cancun.
40. What? How many days? 40.
41. Well, 40 basically. Yeah.
40.
Cancun is just before Rhoda release. Okay, well then I don't give a fuck about Rhoda.
Yeah.
It's yeah. So Rhoda, Rage of the Abyss.
Yeah.
Release October 11th.
Oh, good. Okay. Whew.
Yeah.
We'll all be plastered when they come out.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So Cancun's the 4th and 5th, right? Or 5th and 6th, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I understand. Oh, I understand being upset that this didn't hit Snake Eyes enough. I think that's reasonable.
Right.
Like, I think it's ridiculous that the deck exists functionally in its current capacity for another couple of months.
Right. That's where I'm at. I agree.
Well, okay. Here's my actual factual ban list thoughts. Okay. Is we wanted there to be a substantial Snake Eye hit, and we wanted there to hit a bunch of the unfun bullshit no interaction cards that the shitty decks play, and they did, but they didn't do really enough of either. The Snake Eye deck is still very playable in something resembling its current capacity. And all the dog shit decks beneath still get to play Shifter, and if you're Ritual Beast, Protoss, and Thunder Dragon Colossus. So, if your issue with the format was that Snake Eye is too good, which it seems like a lot of people that was the issue that they had because they're stupid idiots with 2 brain cells that aren't connected.
I hate you so much. You're so annoying.
Then you will be disappointed in this list. But if your issue with the format is that the gameplay this format enables is unfun, you are still probably going to be disappointed with this list.
That's bad.
That's bad.
Yeah,
that means the list is bad. Okay.
Cool.
We agree. Cool.
But it's not enough that you say the list is bad. The list has to be bad for the reasons I want.
True.
Cool. Cool, man.
I think. I don't
Isn't
know.
Shifter counter Snake Eyes? Yeah. Like that's what I'm talking about.
Shifter
like,
counters gameplay. That's the problem. Is that
completely-
Shifter counters Snake Eyes in the way that it counters the game from playing. Like, come on.
Like if you bring a gun to poker night, you will probably win.
Yes.
But you won't play a lot of
games won't
poker.
be happy. Yeah.
Charvara lives another list. The doggy. I can't believe Yubel made it out like this. Straight up. I can't believe they didn't limit Phantom. That's crazy.
That's okay. I was like, well, Phantom just came out, although Lacrima just came out.
Yeah. Like,
Dimax says my thoughts on the lists post Eddie Aphoros Poison Tipped Arrow Chronodile Nectar.
Yep.
Crazy opener. Dog.
I am so into Alestrals right now. When is Law gonna get that? When is Law gonna get that simulator going?
No.
Oh, is that not a thing? Well, okay.
It's not a
thing, okay.
Oh, never mind. I guess it's still fucking being worked on. Who cares? I don't know.
He's so cool.
Vlad says, anyone got a good Alestrals list?
Yep. Yeah, people are not happy.